Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, we are going to be talking about some craziness, some shenanigans happening in the shop that I want to make sure to not only warn you about, but have a discussion about this here on the channel, because hopefully this doesn't become a trend or something happening a lot. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so obviously the big thing happening this weekend that everybody is talking about is the Michinaki fragments around the Summon Rush, but something that kind of slipped through the cracks today when I was doing the raid wrap-up video was that there's an offer in here that is a little bit interesting, and that is going to be the Variety String Pack. Now, some other creators have talked about this and covered this, but since I kind of cover the offers on a daily basis and grade them and stuff, it's something that I definitely wanted to keep you in the loop here on my channel and at least have a discussion about this, because I think this deserves to be called out, honestly, and I hope that it is going to change. I will give this feedback to Plarium for sure. So then, before I give you my thoughts on this, just to keep you in the loop, if you haven't seen anybody else talk about this yet, this offer is a little bit deceiving because it says purchase limit of 3. Now, as always with Plarium's packs, when it says a purchase limit of 3 like this, it just means you can buy the whole offer 3 times. It doesn't mean you have to do something 3 times to get the offer to progress or to unlock something. So the way this works in my mind when I talked about it today in this morning's video, so sorry if I deceived anybody or misled anybody. It wasn't intentional, but what I thought this meant is you can buy this whole pack 3 times. Like, you can go through, you buy number 1, you buy number 2, you buy number 3, and you go all the way to buying number 6, and then you can repeat the process and it'll say 1 out of 3, and you can purchase this whole thing 3 times. But that is not how this works. The way this works is that when you purchase it, you purchase this first tier 1 time. Now it will say purchase limit 1 out of 3, and you have to purchase this first tier again before it will even get you to being 3 out of 3 to move to number 2. So you have to buy it again, and then it would say 3 out of 3, and it would move you over to number 2. And then all of these have no purchase limit. You would just buy them once and you would unlock these. So you have to buy this first tier 3 times, and then you can buy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1 time. And I guess first of all, we should head on over to the site and plug this in and see how this even grades out. So this is going to have a few different tiers in terms of how you grade it. It's probably got like a 15 and a 20 and a 25 or whatever for this first tier. But what we're getting is a bunch of energy, basically. So we're going to be getting 1200 energy and then 12 energy refills. And then we're going to be getting 300 multi-battles here on my version of it. And what it's going to grade out to is a 13.38. And I need to figure out why sometimes they hit like a weird decimal point where it's like in between 2 different tiers or something, and it won't show you the grade. When that happens, you can just put in like a little bit of silver to change the amount like this, and then now it will show you once you put in 13 cents worth of silver, it'll show you this is a 0.90, so it's basically like a 0.89. So it's not a very good offer. It's not an offer that I would want to recommend. It's under a 1.0. And the unfortunate thing is you have to buy 3 of these to unlock the better offers that are obviously really good. So you've got the 500 energy and 500 gems. That's really good. So if you have to spend $45 to get to this point to be able to do number 2, and then some of these are going to be pretty decent offers. The last one is obviously going to be really good, where you get the chicken and the shard and the barrel. But a lot of people would think like, oh, I buy this one, so that's not too bad, and then I get this one for $5. That's really good. But that's not how it works. As I just explained, you have to buy this 3 times. And the feedback I'm going to give Plarium is that this is a little bit deceitful, and the way it should be worded is, instead of saying purchase limit 0 out of 3, this should say purchase to unlock next tier 0 out of 3, or purchase to progress 0 out of 3. And then on number 2, it should say buy tier number 1 3 times to unlock this. Like, that way it would be a lot more transparent, and when someone pulls up the offer, they would know exactly what they're getting into, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that got absolutely hoodwinked by this. If you did, let me know down below, and I would love to hear your story about why it confused you and how it confused you and all that, and I will definitely be forwarding this to Plarium. Hopefully, I haven't really seen them do a pack like this before, but hopefully we can get this adjusted and get the wording to be a little bit more transparent. And I wanted any of you that are out there today and haven't seen anybody talk about it, I wanted to cover it here on my channel so that you know what is going on and you don't end up making a purchase that you didn't know what you were getting into. And even if we look on Reddit, there's people talking about this, trying to warn people. And then, you can see that people were confused. They were like, oh, wow, yeah, I had no idea what was going on. And people kind of in arms and saying, are up in arms and saying that this is crazy. And people still not even really understand what is going on. So this offer obviously, is not going to be getting the point across as to what it is. And probably intentionally, honestly, if I had to guess. I hope it's not. I like to believe that people don't deceive others on purpose, but it could be a little bit of a marketing type thing where it's kind of in the fine print and it's worded a certain way to try to get people to buy this 3 times to unlock these other tiers, because this first one is like a 0.9 offer and it really isn't that much of an incentive for most people out there that aren't really high spenders to go in and buy it. But ultimately, since it's the first time that I've seen this happen, I'm going to lean towards giving them the benefit of the doubt. And once we give them the feedback, hopefully this is laid out and worded a little bit better next time and gets adjusted if they do another string like this. So yeah, anyway, just a quick video here that I wanted to cover to go over something kind of confusing in the shop today. So remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I will see you soon in the next video. I appreciate you. Peace.